Hey guys, my name is Coleman and this is AI Made Easy, the channel where I show everyday people like you how to use AI tools to grow their business and income. If you're a real estate investor trying to avoid the competition on Zillow, skip wholesalers, and go direct to seller, this video is for you. I'll show you how to automate the entire process of getting off-market real estate deals using AI tools, from finding leads to sending personalized handwritten letters, all while saving hours of time. There are three main ways to buy real estate. First, MLS. Sites like Zillow and Redfin. These are super easy to access. They're also the most competitive. Since everyone can see the listings, prices often get bid up and you might end up overpaying. Second, we got wholesalers. These folks find below market deals and flip the contract to you. It's better than the MLS, but they take a cut and you lose control over the deal. Third, and the best, is going direct to seller. This is where you get the deepest discounts. No middleman, you're dealing with the owner directly, which gives you full control. But it takes more time and effort. And that's where this video comes in. I'll show you how to automate the direct to seller process using AI so you can save time and lock in better deals. Here's exactly what you're going to learn in this video. First, I'll show you how to pull high quality targeted seller data using a tool called PropStream. Then we'll clean and verify that data with another platform to make sure you're reaching real motivated customers. After that, I'll walk you through how I format the data with AI to create personalized handwritten mail at scale using a pen writing machine. And by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to do the exact same. All right, so now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to propstream.com. They offer a free 7-day trial, so go ahead and sign up for that. Once you get logged in, this is what PropStream looks like. So this is a tool that gives you access to public and proprietary data on almost every property in the country. You can build hyper-targeted lists based on property type, ownership length, financial distress, and more. For example, in this video, I'm targeting owners of duplexes or triplexes who own their property for over 15 years. You may ask why? Because owners like this are often tired landlords who have built up equity and are more likely to sell, especially off market. All right, so now set some filters. Let's do King County, and we're going to be filtering for residential, multifamily, 2 to 4, duplexes, and we want these to be built at a minimum in the 1960s. Then we can come down to owner information and occupancy. We do not want them to be owner occupied because if they're living in the home, then there's a little bit more likelihood that they don't want to sell. But if there's other people living in it, they have bad tenants, then, for example, they are more likely to sell. So we'll set that. We'll set the years of ownership at 15, meaning they've had it for a decent long time and they might be looking for the exit door. And then another filter we'll put in is owner type individual. We don't want to be dealing with LLCs or trust funds. Those are people that have set that aside as an investment, and they're really hard to get data on because they're hidden behind an LLC. The last filter we'll be putting in for this example is last sale price of $150,000. We're doing this because now the property is worth maybe 3x that, and the owner can now sell for a great margin of profit. Once you got your property selected, do add to list. So then this will come over and it'll give you all the information about the house, who owns it, the mailing address. And so this is the data we'll then be validating and using for sending out our mailers. Select the entire list, click export. This may take a bit, it's a lot of data. You'll now see that this information has been exported, and we'll move this data into a Google Sheet. All right, nice work. Now that you've got your list from PropStream, we're going to clean and verify that data using a tool called Melissa. Why does this matter? Because most lists, even the paid ones, are full of outdated info. People move, pass away, or just aren't reachable. If you don't verify your list, you'll waste time and money sending mail to the wrong people. So Melissa helps us confirm a few things. Does the owner still live at that mailing address? Are they alive? and still the current owner? Can we get their phone number and email address for follow-up later? This is all important questions that we need to know before we want to determine if that home is a valid investment. Okay, so what you're going to do is go to melissa.com/pricing/listware. I'll include a link in the description just to make it easy to find. So then we're going to go try listware. Once you get to this screen, scroll down to easily upload your file from anywhere. Once we get to this screen, we're now going to pull in our file that we downloaded. The service that we're doing is Personator. So select that and do header row because there is a header row. Next, we want to be doing verify, append phones, and append names. And then this is where we're going to match our data with the columns. So then Melissa is able to read through these files to validate each person's address. So this is the site. So this is the address of the duplex or triplex. We don't want to be verifying that. We want to be verifying the person who has the rights to sell this house. Make sure this is not applicable. Okay, now owner's address. So now we want to be matching these columns to whatever the data is in here. So owner address, we want to do address, city, this one's going to be state, postal code, that's in there already. And yep, that's the information we need to validate because these are the people that we're validating. Here's their names. Oh yeah, also make sure this says full name here. So it's like Mark Kingma. This Mark lives at this address, and we want to verify that he lives here, and then we're able to pull the phone numbers, which we have this checked here, and his name. So we'll click next. Okay. First name, last name would be good information to have. Let's see here, and yep, this is all good. We'll click next again. Job name, just do data poll. Call it whatever you want. Process file. Once Melissa runs through all your data, you'll want to click download and then open this up into a Google Sheets. All right, now step 3. Now that we have our data, we have verified that data, it's time to clean that data and get it ready for outreach. Download the information from Melissa. You'll then bring that into a Google Sheets folder. Just call this data for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a table. So you go format, convert to table. There, now it's a little bit more cleaned up. All right, so the first things we have to do before running script on this Google Sheet is save it as a Google Sheet, because then that'll give us the extension to run scripts through it. Okay, then we're going to go to this extension tab as soon as this is loaded up. Okay, click extensions, app script. It's going to pull up the app script window where we can now run code through our data. Code from Melissa, which is clean. We need to run a script through this to pull data into rows so then we could write these tailored handwritten letters. Okay, so first let's look at our end product here. We got a first name, we got a property type, which in this case is duplex, and we got sixth place, which is the street of this duplex. The remaining of this information is not dynamic. This isn't tailored. The only tailored information in this is going to be the name, the address of the property, and their home address. So we need to create columns for first name, street, property type, owner's home address, and a column for having this whole message. So then we can pull that out and put that into our pen writing machine for it to automatically write these letters for us. All right, so the first thing we want to filter out is the verified results. This is why we ran it through Melissa. So we see that here are the results. They're all different because each person and each address is validated differently. But you see this code VRO1. If we look at the code results description, VRO1, right here, VRO1, individual and address match. The individual's name and address match. So this is the data that we want to be using. All right, for our last step in formatting this code is to run this app script through all of this data. And what this does is it cleans the data, it processes all the names, it formats all of the addresses, it creates the custom tailored marketing message to each individual who own these houses. And it also creates a new sheet, columns, and it makes it completely all organized. If you want access to this code, then you can find it in AI Money Skool community. I'll post all of this information step by step inside of here. So what we'll do here is we'll go to extensions, app script. We will then paste the code in here, run it, execution starting. Go back to our report. So processing complete, process 351 rows and 251 unique owners. So with that, we know that the code worked, and it should create another sheet for us to see this information. Yep, processed owner data. All right, so now the data is complete. So we see here, it categorizes everything. You're like, oh, well, really, what's different? This is where the most important information you need. So it took the information and created a custom message per every single individual. See, like right here. Hi, Ronald Tay here, your triplex in Bluebird. I'm your big payday. So this is the message we'll be putting on our, now we're going to move on to the final step, printing these tailored messages onto postcards. All right, here we go. As you can see, we got our pen writing machine going to work, writing our handwritten tailored messages to each and every single client. Here we can see we got our postcard message along with the mailing address. I marked them if printed or not, and then also the date I put it in the mail for follow-up calls, which I'll make another video on soon. So I'm taking this data, moving it over to the pen writing software, so you can see this is sideways. Over here we got the message and the mailing address, and so that's being printed over onto our postcards. I'll link in the description the pen writing machine that this is. It's pretty useful. I have no complaints about it thus far. I can do 4 at a time. I think I can format it a little bit differently to do 8, but for now I'm just gonna stick with what's working. All right, so now that you've seen the full system, we took a strategy that normally takes hours of manual effort and we turned it into a repeatable, automated process using AI and a few simple tools. If you follow the steps in this video, you'll be able to generate consistent off-market leads, build real relationship with sellers, and do it all without cold calling or chasing deals on Zillow. If this helped you out, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, let me know in the comments which part of the process you're excited to try first. And if you want access to the actual tools, scripts, and templates I showed, including the name splitting script and the AI message generator, those are all available inside the AI Money Skool community. Link is in the description below. This is AI Made Easy. I'm Coleman, and see you in the next video.